Bolden. This is unbelievable. This guy is such a great defensive player. Bolden has been on fire. 18 points per game the last 3 games. He is 0 for 8 in this one because number 25 is making him have a miserable night. And a headache is in the offing for Mr. Bolden. I am really impressed, however, that he has not tried to force things. Averages 14 on the year. Hasn't made one tonight. And Weaver has been on him the entire time.
Bolden's the extreme, Bob. That defense of Washington State has affected some other guys too. Day and Pargo, a couple other guys that are up there in scoring. Bolden, Day, and Pargo combined 4 of 22 from the field, just 9 points.
Ooh, that hurts. And that's good defense. That's not an accident. That's not just guys having an off night.
Here's the aforementioned Austin Day, the true freshman. He is short, and there is Weaver for the rebound.
But Washington State has been struggling at this end. We know they like low-scoring games, but Gonzaga's played well defensively as well.
David Harmeling off the bench, can't hit there.
I don't think they mind that shot. He's a good three-point shooter. He's got to get some warmth.
Long 3 for Day, off the heel, high bounce up over the rim and backboard and out of play. College basketball on ESPNU continuing tomorrow night. Jacksonville State taking on Samford. It's presented by Buffalo Wild Wings on ESPNU, starting at 7:30 Eastern Time. 7-point game, 11 minutes to go. Inside, Cowgill, a little strong on a weak side, the rebound for Bolden.
Bolden's got a chance here.
Has it blocked, rejected by Cowgill. And the rejection on the other end by Pargo. Nick Provica had his shot blocked by Pargo.
What action! Bolden's thinking, I finally got one, and it gets slapped away by Cowgill. And let's return the favor, Mr. Pargo. That's a point guard blocking that one. Wow.
I've been impressed with his defense, with his rebounding.
And how about his mental? Smart guy.
Provica, little dish across the lane to Cowgill, and it's knocked out of bounds. And the Cougars will keep it.
Nikola is from Serbia, Belgrade. A very good basketball country. Very popular sport in that part of the world. He's got some ability.
He's had a tough season from beyond the arc, 0 for 12. There's a three-pointer, speaking of which, but Derek Lowe can't hit.
Lowe only 5 points in the game, 1 for 4 from downtown.
One of the stars that we thought would be a big factor in this game, been pretty quiet today.
Yeah, and no big men in the game right now, really. No post guys. I mean, Cowgill is a big guy, but no physical guys in there right now.
And along the baseline, Austin Day draws the foul. And it's going to go against Harmeling. That's his first of the night.
Austin Day has a lot of ability. He's got a sweet stroke from deep. He has a scorer's mentality. He's only a freshman, and he's very thin, so he doesn't get with the physical nature of the game yet. But he's long. He's a good shot blocker. He's going to have a great career here.
Yeah, they definitely like his future. But you're right, he could eat a few more cheeseburgers, put a little weight on. They certainly want to see that.
The weight room would be a good idea
maybe that's better. See, that's why I'm in this physical condition.
Not only do they like his future, they like his present pretty well, too. Save the day. He's a great free throw shooter, as you mentioned before. Lane violation.
There's a rare miss. Like you said, a lane violation on Washington State. He'll get another crack at it. It was on Koprivica stepping in.
Well, that's not going to go as a miss on Mr. Day's stats.
Day now with 5 points, which is exactly what he had in his last game against UConn, which was a down night for him. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Coming up on 10 minutes to go here in the second half. It's a 5-point game, and this crowd getting loud.
Very good ball handling in the game right now for Washington State. You want that when you're behind, when you're ahead.
Low to Cowgill. Can't find the handle, rolls out of bounds. Who touched it last? Washington State's going to keep it. And they're going to send 2 new players into the game. Baines is coming back in for Washington State, and that's significant because you talked about a lack of a big presence in there, but he's back in.
Well, we'll see if Mark Few responds by getting Foster back in the game. He has not done that so far. McChesney also in the game.
He was double-teamed and a timeout called. Washington State calling a timeout. 9:40 to go. The Cougars have the lead here in Spokane. Washington State undefeated, leading by 5. This is a very confident team right now, Andy.
No question about that play. The Cougars came off a 3-point win at Baylor on Friday night, and Tony Bennett telling me that they needed a game like that before they came to Gonzaga. They had to be tested late in the game. Even though the core of this team returns from a second-round NCAA tournament appearance, they had to be tested before they came to the kennel. They were at Baylor on Friday night.
One thing about this team, in the second half of games this season, Bob, they've been very good outscoring opponents by almost 17 points on average. They've even come from behind in 3 games this season in the second half. So right now, things favoring them. Harlan, that's off the mark at the buzzer. And Day tracks down the rebound in the corner. Day for 3. Left wide open, can't hit.
You got to wonder about that shot selection, really. I mean, you know, Day is a confident shooter, but that was several feet beyond the three-point line right there. And there is one of the best basketball players to ever play the game, John Stockton, a Gonzaga grad, and of course, the leading assist and steal player in the history of the NBA. And talk about a stoic performer. What a guy.
Weaver on the run. Backside rebound by Baines. Boy, did that look good.
Well, Mark Few has not responded when Tony Bennett came with Baines back in the game. He did not come with Foster. Baines was having trouble with Foster. He has a size advantage against Pendergraft.
Baines with 9 here in the second half. Back to a 7-point game. Pendergraft almost traveled down on the baseline. Kicks it out for downs.
Lowe doing a solid job on Pargo. 2 all-conference performers going at one another here.
2 on the shot clock. Pendergraft, 3. Right between the eyes. His second 3 tonight. Gonzaga within 4 all of a sudden. Weaver. Left open.
What an answer. What an answer by Weaver. He was wide open, did not want the 3. He knows his own game. He knows that's not his game, so he takes a dribble inside the 3 and nails it.
First points of the second half for Kyle Weaver.